What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm not gonna hold you up. We're gonna get right into it. Right into it. So, hey, we talk about financial literacy all the time, and in today's video, we're gonna give you the details. We're gonna give you the details. We're gonna break it down, and we're gonna explain why it's important that you become financially literate ASAP. So, look, most people work hard for their money, right? Or most people work hard overall, but very few people are taught how money actually works. That's why so many people struggle financially, even with good jobs and decent income. So, the truth is, financial literacy can completely change your life. And in this video, I'm going to break down what financial literacy actually means, why it's so important, and a step-by-step process you can use to become financially literate and take control of your future. So, let's get into it, right? Let's start with the definition. Financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively manage your money. So that includes understanding things like budgeting, saving, credit, debt, investing, taxes, retirement, and how money grows over time. So, in simple terms, financial literacy means making informed decisions instead of emotional ones. Making informed decisions instead of emotional decisions. We like to make those emotional decisions. So here's why this matters so much, right? Um, if you don't understand money, you can spend years working hard, but never really getting ahead. So financial literacy helps you avoid bad debt, build wealth, prepare for emergencies, invest with confidence, reduce financial stress, and create opportunities for yourself and your family. And honestly, in today's time, in today's world, you really can't afford to ignore it because inflation is rising, costs are increasing, and relying on a paycheck can be too risky, right? So let's learn how money works, right? The first step is simple: start learning. Most people spend years studying for school or careers, but never study money, right? Start by learning how budgeting works, what credit scores are, how interest works, what investing means, and how debt affects wealth. You don't need to become an expert overnight, but just start becoming aware, right? You need to be aware. So, uh, step two, like track your money. You can't improve what you don't track. So the next step is understanding, right? Understanding how much money you make, how much money you spend, and where your money is actually going. A lot of people are surprised when they finally look at their spending habits. Um, and this is kind of where the financial awareness begins, right? So, that's where it's kind of a eye opener, right? So understanding how money works. Now let's create a budget, right? You need to plan for it. That's what a budget is, right? A budget tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And this is a key factor, right? Budgeting is extremely important. So I'm gonna say it again. A budget tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And no, a budget doesn't control. That doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your life. It just means you're spending intentionally. So very important, very important. A budget doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It just means you're spending intentionally. So very important. Next step, right? Build an emergency fund. One of the biggest one of the biggest reasons people fall into debt is unexpected expenses, right? Car repairs, medical bills, job loss. That's why an emergency fund matters. So even starting with a small goal like $500 or 1,000 can make a huge difference. So always have that emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, you need to start building that emergency fund ASAP. ASAP. Next step, right? Understanding credit and debt, right? This step is huge, right? Credit can help you or it can hurt you. Say that again. Credit can help you or it can hurt you. So financially literate people understand that. They understand interest rate. They understand credit utilization. They understand loan term and how debt compounds. So bad debt can quietly drain your income for years. So learning how to use credit responsibly is critical. The next step, this is my favorite step, start investing. Start investing. This is where wealth building begins. Saving money is important, but investing helps your money grow. Over time, inflation reduces purchasing power, right? So if your money never grows, you may actually fall behind financially. And this happens all the time. I'm gonna say that again. So if your money never grows, you may actually fall behind financially. So you can have a big salary, income, all that, which is very important. But if your money never grows, you may actually fall behind financially. That's why investing matters. Even small amounts invested consistently over time can become powerful. And next step, right? Keep learning and stay consistent. Financial literacy is not a one-time thing, right? The economy changes, markets change, opportunities change. So keep learning, right? Read books, watch educational content, ask questions, and most importantly, stay consistent. So, with all that being said, right, here's the truth, right? Financial literacy is freedom because when you understand money, you make better decisions, you avoid costly mistakes, and you create more opportunities for your future. The goal isn't to become perfect overnight. The goal is to become better over time. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure you subscribe for more content on investing, financial freedom, and building wealth. Let me know in the comments what's one financial lesson you wish you learned earlier in life. Leave me some feedback. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, what's one financial lesson you learned? What's one financial lesson you wish you learned earlier in life? So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And like I said, I appreciate you guys. And until the next video, I will talk to you later.